Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is Sunday, July 16th, 2023, if you care to know the date. And I don't know what else I was going to say. Felt like I had so much more to say, and then I just say one thing, and that's it. That could be going on for some of you. Like in a conversation, you're expecting it to be more enduring, or like there's going to be more to this than there isn't. So that could be going on for some of you. But anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. I hope you do stay. I would love it if you would. I am on Patreon. Individual zodiac sign reads will be over there. I still haven't got to Leo, but it's the weekend, so I'm getting there. But anyways, because I don't know what I have left. I don't know why I'm even doing like showing you guys, but I have Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius left to do. So I don't know when they'll come out, but I'll post it on the community tab like I do with everything else. I'm on Facebook. The info's in the box below. For some reason, I want to start this over. Like, I just want to start over. Like, I want to stop this and restart. So there's signs and everything, especially like the little side things I say or mannerisms. So someone might want to start fresh with you. That's probably where that I said this and there was more to say, but nothing else was said. Energy's coming in. Like, okay, this feels like it could be between you and someone where whether you did this or a person did this to you, where it's like they talk to you, they reach out and say, hey, whatever, and you're like, oh, yay, they're talking, or we're going to have a good conversation, and then it just dies out. It's like they say hello, they say one thing, and then nothing. Nada, crickets, you know? I feel like there's a situation like that somebody wants to, they're either reflecting on it right now, I feel like they are, because I feel like they want to clean slate something, like, okay, I want to approach communication differently, I want to approach you differently, I want to start fresh, which, you know, with the new moon energy, that's kind of what happens with the new moon anyways, no matter what sign it falls under. It's, you know, the end of an outdated phase, moving in and move so you can move into something new, and then the full moon brings in that new change, basically, a lot of the times when we're talking energetically. But I feel like there's someone who wants to switch things up a bit, but not in a bad way, because they didn't say everything they wanted to say before. It's more than that, is what I just heard. Yeah, because I wanted to redo all of this. So somebody wants to, like, okay, we got off on the wrong foot. That's what it is. You got off on the wrong foot with somebody, or them, you, or whatever, and they want to switch it around. Like, this started all wrong, damn it. All right, back to the drawing board we go. That could be with a project as well, but it feels like with people, so somebody, there could be miscommunications and stuff like that in here, or just someone wasn't invested, because that can happen in friendships and stuff too, where, you know, you're just not, maybe you got a lot going on and you're not making time for somebody else, or you're just not invested in creating a new friendship or some type of relationship with someone, or they weren't interested in it at the time and they are now, and it's like, well, is it too late for me to reestablish myself in your life? This doesn't feel like an ex or anything like that. It's either a friend, someone that you've known. I just want to say, I don't know if it's family or not, but it doesn't feel like an ex circling back going, oh, take me back. It's not that. I'm sure some of you deal with that, but that's not what this energy is. This is something else. It's a connection that went all wrong, right from the start. Yeah, because somebody wasn't invested. They didn't see the potential of what this connection could be. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you don't realize that certain people could end up being, you know, your best friend in the end, is someone who truly has your back, someone who can help you when you need it, and vice versa. You know, you don't realize it until it's too late sometimes, especially if you're being judgy. This person could have judged you or the situation too soon, and screwed something up is what it feels like, because I feel it's like a level of regret, but it's not like I'm beating myself up over this type energy. It's more like, you're a good person to have around. Like, that's what it feels like. Something like that. So someone's seeing that. Right place, right time is what I just heard. So whatever that means to you. We have lead the way. You are a leader. Take charge, my dear. Or this person's going to. But I feel like a lot of you are leading the way in this situation, just in your life, because you're a leader. Even if you don't know who's following, it's like you're not dictating this, that, or the other for a specific person or people. It's just like you're taking charge of yourself, your own life, and in doing so, there are people who are you're leading by example, and they're taking those examples and going, all right, well, I think I'm going to do this because, it seems to be working for you, or yeah, that could really help me, shit like that. So a lot of you are taking charge, even if that wasn't your full intention. You're just a natural born leader, or this person is. Be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. Well, yeah, that's what I just said. I didn't even know that's what it said here, but you're showing others how it's done, how to handle life's hiccups, how to start projects, how to move forward with this, with that, with whatever, and it's not like you're talking to this person or these people. Some of you could be, public speakers and stuff, but that's like separate from this. This is more along the lines of someone's just following suit because they're seeing that you're successful, that you're thriving, that you're happy, that you have a lot of peace and joy in your life. And it's like, well, what are you doing to attain that? Oh, okay, I've noticed these changes. Or you're inadvertently showing people around you the right way to do things, but you're not going, you need to do this. You're just living your life because you're making good choices. That's really what it feels like. No matter what it is. Doesn't have to be just spiritually or anything, or I don't know, it kind of feels like health, wealth, just your life in general. A lot of people will follow suit. If they haven't yet, they're considering. It just depends on who these people are to you. And I feel like most of you wouldn't even have a clue unless they're like immediate family or close friends and stuff. Because it's making me think of like when people judge you for making life choices. When, let's see, for example, this carnivore diet that I'm on, a lot of people don't understand it because my son had even said to me, well, you have to have vegetables, you have to have a balanced diet. And I'm like, I hear that all the time. I feel amazing. I listen to myself, my body, and the changes that are happening. It's not an eating disorder. They're beautiful changes, and I'm not going to sit here and explain that to everyone. That might go on my second channel, which is I'm starting to create, where I'll talk more, I don't know, have more of a personal touch. It's not going to have tarot, but it will have intuitive insights and stuff on there. But regardless, I will announce it when I get that situated. But, it was almost like I made a choice to do something for myself, which is the point I'm making. And I do feel better. It's bettering my life, myself, my well-being. My vessel is happy with what I'm doing. But anyways, there are always going to be people who are going to be like, that doesn't make sense. That's weird. I don't think so. That don't sound right. You know what I mean? And even if they felt that way initially about whatever you were doing, because it could be anything, the diet was just an example. Whatever you were doing, they're like, yeah, that ain't gonna work for me, or that ain't gonna work for you. Like, this is gonna be a bunch of baloney. You know what I mean? And then they're seeing that, wow, they're really seeing the changes within you. Wow, you really have healed. Wow, you have grown. Wow, you are happy. What the fuck? Like I'm seeing all of this. Because when I first started talking to you, or when I first knew you, or your past, or whatever, it's like, you're a completely different person now. So this must be working. Whatever you're doing is working for you. And whoever these people are, because it feels like it's more than one, are like, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try my gosh, affirmations and stuff like that. Like, being more positive, maybe, I don't know, it feels like baby steps. Like, okay, you've done this, 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 and this, and whatever. Like, you have a few things that you've done over the course of time. And this person's also seeing that nothing happens overnight. It takes time. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm seeing this. So I'm going to try it. Someone wants to follow suit. They want to try whatever you're doing. And it's not like if you're creating things and working on something, they don't want to steal your ideas and do that. They're not going to do this exactly the way that you have or did or whatever. It's just the idea of it. So if you we're talking about past traumas and crap to get it out and to heal, this person might go, okay, well, I'm going to find someone I trust and I'm going to talk to them confidentially, or a therapist or whatever, and get it out so that I can process through this stuff. So someone might be thinking or considering going to therapy just to get some shit off their chest, or there's someone that they trust that they want to talk to about certain things because they know that whoever that person is isn't going to blah, blah, blah. There's shit everywhere. So it's like starting with things like that. So whatever they're seeing you do, they're following suit, or they're considering following suit, which is amazing. That's really great. Because sometimes, you know, I want to say most of the time, the best leaders in the world are those who don't even realize they're taking the lead. They just boss up in their own life, and other people witness what's going on, and then they want to follow suit. And that's a wonderful thing. It's like monkey see, monkey do, but not in a bad way, you know? All right, so let's see. With lead the way. What is going on here? Failure is just a lesson. Because failure isn't failure. Like, okay, for example, somebody could have looked at their own failures. Like, I started this, I was trying this, and I fail. I fail every time I try something. Well, it's probably because of your mindset, if you're thinking that way, or that's how this person is. Regardless, it's like, I guess, I don't want to call it failure, but your mistakes and failures, whatever you want to say, are stepping stones towards success. Because, okay, I was thinking of this last night, and I was like, why am I thinking of this? So it must pertain to this energy. It's like whenever you fall, like when you're, I got a couple analogies here. Like when you're learning how to ride a bike, you're like, yes, I'm riding a bike, I'm doing great. And then you hit a rock and fly over the handlebars and hurt yourself. Are you going to just never, you're going to push the bike away and never get on it again? No, you're going to dust yourself off and go, well, that sucked. I'm not going to do whatever that was again. And I'm going to keep going, you know? So a lot of you are doing that. But it's like with the failure, using failure or mistakes as a stepping stone towards your own success, because those are the building blocks for you. If you think about it, because it's like, all right, this didn't work. Well, there's one step. This didn't work, because you're trying, you're putting effort in. So you're building the staircase, you're building the ladder, whatever. It's so weird when that does that. When it like flashes at me out of nowhere, and nobody else can see it but me. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck it's about, but anyways, it doesn't do it all the time. It's probably spirit going, yeah, you're right on the money with your failures. So anyways, those are the stepping stones, the building blocks towards your success, like I was saying, because it's like, all right, tried this didn't work. All right, so I'm not going to do that again, right? I'm going to do this instead. Well, that didn't work. Well, we won't do that again. It's all a learning curve. It's lessons. And that's what builds you up, because now you know everything you shouldn't do, you know? It's like, well, I shouldn't have done any of that, but I wouldn't have known if I didn't try. I wouldn't have known, you know? And don't get discouraged if people don't see your value, if they don't see the beauty in what you're creating and what you're doing right away, because sometimes that takes time. Maybe there's like a different audience that somebody needs to hit depending on what they're doing, because it's like that whole know your audience type energy. I don't know, because for some reason, or how do I want to explain it? Because I'm just going to talk in fucking circles, because I have so much going on in my mind all of a sudden with this one little analogy. Because last night I was thinking about an author, and I couldn't remember which author it was. I mean, because this has happened to multiple people. Like I've explained it with Kurt Cobain and a bunch of other famous faces and whatever, like how they got rejected a lot, and then all of a sudden it took was this one opportunity, this one person, this one situation to make them blow up, and that's usually what happens, because I think it was excuse me, I think it was Harry Potter, I believe, like the Harry Potter series. If it wasn't that, it could have been the Lord of the Rings. I don't remember. It was like a very popular series. It's a very popular series, but this person I think it was the Harry Potter ones. I can't remember. But anyways, they got rejected. Like nobody wanted to take it on as a movie or do whatever. They didn't even want to publish the damn books, I think is what it was. Like it wasn't an easy start. It didn't mean that the books, the series were shit. It just meant that whoever they were being presented to didn't see it. They didn't see the potential. Because maybe it wasn't their cup of tea, but they didn't see the potential that, oh, all these other people are gonna love it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if you think about Harry Potter, that's like, those are children's books. They're geared towards youthful energies, but a lot of adults love them too. Because it's got that magical feel to it. But if you're kind of closed-minded and rigid, you're not going to see the magic and the fun in those stories. You're just going to be like, oh, those are kids books, that's a very small audience. I don't want to invest in that, so no. And the people that choose not to invest were probably kicking themselves in the ass when it just took off, and that's what happens. So don't get discouraged if things move slowly for you, if people aren't interested, if you get quote unquote rejected time and time again. All it takes is one yes. You could have a million no's, and all it takes is one yes, and then there you go. You know what I mean? So I guess my point is, don't get discouraged, and don't think that whatever you're working on or working towards is crap because 20 people told you no. Like I said, all it takes is one yes. Just keep going is what I want to say. Purpose. We have shark. Purpose. This is your purpose. Whatever you're working towards is your purpose. You're here for a reason is what I want to say, but it's like, she's swimming with the sharks. I thought there was 2 sharks in the card. There's a woman in there, and she seems like a shark. It's like purpose. It's almost like it's doing something with purpose, but it's blending in so that you don't get attacked, you don't get eaten. Because a shark normally doesn't eat another shark, you know what I mean? So it's like pretending to be just like somebody, like just to fit in, so that haters. Okay, this might not be like a physical attack and stuff. If somebody is pretending to fit in to a group, to, a platform, to whatever, like, whatever you're doing, everyone else that does that does it this way. Someone might have thought that was the best way to go because they didn't want to deal with hate. They didn't want anyone to be upset, to be angry, to get hurt, to whatever. So I feel like for a while, that's what you guys were doing, or that's what you're currently doing. And Spirit is like, all right, it's almost like that was part of this, that was the best way to start whatever this is. But now it's time to take off the mask, take off the costume, and be like, all right, you might have thought I was just like you, but I'm not. I'm completely different. I mean, she looks completely different. It's just the shark doesn't notice. Because it's like, oh, there's so many similarities that we must be the same, or this is exactly the same, but it isn't. Because these are 2 different entities, 2 different people. I was blending in because I had to, is what I heard. I was blending in because I had to. It's time to step out of your comfort zone. Step out of that fucking box that you put yourself in, or that you feel like people put you in, which technically you put yourself in because it's your choice to do so, you know? I just heard I was pretending to be like you so you'd like me. Was somebody doing that? I don't know if that has to do with like projects and stuff. That kind of feels like a relationship thing. Like I was pretending to like the same things you like, to have the same mannerisms, to be, I don't know. I was pretending to be like you. I was pretending to enjoy your interests because we have so much in common. But this person is actually very different. Don't put on a mask to and pretend to be someone or something you're not, because if someone's going to like you or love you or want you or whatever, they're going to want you for you, not for your acting skills. Unless that's what they're looking for, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we need so and so is starring in this next role. Yeah, no, we don't want any of that. Someone was acting to get close to you. They were acting to get close to you. It's almost like if I didn't pretend to be interested in this or do this or whatever, you wouldn't have allowed me to get close to you. That's what that is. Someone was acting like another person for whatever reason and in whatever way to get close to them. I don't know if it's to get information or if it's like, oh, because I want you to like me, because I do feel that in here, but it's like pretending to be like somebody else because you wouldn't let me get close to you if not. I don't know what that's about. So maybe this person didn't have the best intentions. Yeah, I don't think they did. For some of you, the universe prompted you to do this. It's almost like taking on somebody else's energy. I just heard you just wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand me. You wouldn't understand the purpose behind this, the meaning behind it. You wouldn't understand why I did that. I felt like I had to. What the hell? Okay, but this doesn't feel malicious. You know what's funny though? It's making me think of those actors and actresses who are like, is it called method acting, when they really get into the role, you know what I mean? So they'll start, like, I don't remember who it was, but there's one actor who was, one of his roles, he was playing a blind man and he lived like a blind person for like a month or something. It's just so that it's more authentic. It's like somebody was doing something like that, like method acting, but they're not an actor or an actress. It's just, it feels similar to that, like, but not for, I don't know how to explain it. Like, okay, if someone was pretending to be like you to get close to you, they were actually immersing themselves in the things that you enjoy and what you're doing. They might be doing similar things as you, whether you're aware of it or not. And it's like that copycat energy, but in doing so, that's probably where the universe energy is coming in. In doing so, there was a bigger purpose behind it, because this person might have, it's like fake it till you make it. They might have been pretending to give a shit to whatever. But then when they were so immersed in whatever this is, whatever you were doing, you, yourself, whatever, if they were, because they were so immersed in learning, in pretending, it's like they fell for you. They were so immersed in pretending that they actually understand why you live the way you live, or why you are the way you are. They really do enjoy the things that you enjoy, because they were never open to it before. It's almost like this weird opportunity allowed someone to step outside the box without even realizing that they did it, because they stepped out of their comfort zone. while they were pretending, and it opened their eyes. And that was part of the universal plan. That was part of God's plan, basically, to get someone to open up to see. Whether you stay in contact with this person or interact with them anymore or not, you reached this person and you didn't even know that you needed to, that you were doing that. That's what this feels like. It's like broadening someone's horizons, opening their eyes unintentionally, because that was the divine plan for them. But someone might be viewing that as a mistake, like, I shouldn't have lied, I shouldn't have pretended, I shouldn't have whatever. But it was for their benefit, because I don't feel like they harmed you or anything. It's just lies, basically, which aren't good, but everything happens for a reason. Because I really feel like this person would have been completely closed off to whatever this is otherwise. Yeah. Oh wait, I thought I already did that. Guess not. Anyways, I don't know, there's something to do with an ark. I don't know if it's like Noah's Ark type thing, or like something's arcing, where fire, arcing, archangels, whatever that means to you. But I'm seeing like an arc, like fire, basically. Isn't that what that's called? I believe it is. Right. Destiny. It was your destiny to lie, apparently. Or someone's destiny. Yeah, because they had to face their fears. They had to face themselves through this process, which is why this happened in the first place. Because even if somebody started something, or they were doing something with bad intentions for all the wrong reasons, they didn't know why they were doing it, or they had a not so good reason as to why they were doing whatever they were doing, why they were around you, why they were whatever. And they were destined to do this. They were destined to lie, is what it feels like, because their whole life has been a lie. And it's almost like this was the performance of a lifetime for this person, and they successfully got the part because that's who they became, or that's who they'll become. It's like whatever this is, they're morphing into that character, but that's who they truly are. It's not like they're pretending forever. It's just like, wow, through this fucking bullshit, I found myself. Holy crap. And they were destined to. This person might want to thank you for your help, but they probably don't want to let you know how much of a bullshitter they are. But that's what it's making me think of, because with King Arthur here, it's like he's facing the dragon. Most people would be afraid of this dragon because it's like breathing fire. And he's like, I know you're not going to hurt me. I'm not afraid of you. So this person might have tried to invoke fear, or other people could have tried to invoke fear, like stay away from so-and-so, they're bad news, they're this, they're that, and you're like, yeah, well, I've been around worse fucking people. And because of your intuition, this could be telepathic communication too. There's just something you knew about this person, even if you didn't consciously know, subconsciously you did. You were connected to them. And it's like, I'm not afraid of you. I know you're not going to hurt me. Whether you're lying, pretending, doing this, doing that, whatever, I know that when you breathe fire, it's not going to be in my face. It's going to be somewhere else. Even if this person seemed intimidating, even if they were trying to invoke fear, like fear me, I am a badass. You're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're such a fucking badass, like, whatever. Because intimidation tactics don't work on you because you're a badass. Like, do you want to see badass? I'll show you. I might not be able to breathe fire, but I can fuck your day up still. Like, that's what it feels like. Potentially through communication, or telepathic communication, whether it's, verbally or not. Because that's what it's making me think of. Like, they just have an understanding. These two just have an understanding. Isn't it in, like, How to Train Your Dragon? Don't the dragons bond with their person or whatever? It's like you bonded with your dragon. through this process, this person bonded with their inner beast. You did, they did. It's like when your shadow side merges with you. So it's not like light and dark, it's all together. So there's the balance within yourself. So when you merge with your shadow side, with all the crap you don't like about yourself, that you don't want to face, you know, the pain, sadness, and all that shit, when you I guess when you accept all of that and you truly release it, it does become part of you, because you understand that there's a time to get angry. There's a time for this. There's a time and place for whatever, and it's okay to get mad. It's okay to get sad. It's okay. It's okay, you know? This is like a face-off with someone's inner self. And it's like, I'm not going to allow the pain of the past or whatever this crap is to define me. And I'm not going to just burn the whole village down because I'm butthurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's harnessing. Instead of unleashing the power and being like, fuck everyone, like fucking Godzilla and shit, it's harnessing it and going, I'm going to utilize this power as my driving force. So I'm going to take that pain, I'm going to take that anger, and I'm going to put it into something positive, and I'm going to take the lead of my life, of my own situation, and do what I need to do so that success is assured. That's true fucking power. And that's what a lot of you have done, and that's probably what this person has seen, because the type of power that they were exuding was not very powerful for one, but it's not the same. It's not the same. That's probably why a lot of you are unaffected by the things that people say and do. It's just like, whatever, you know, do what you will. Do your best, bitch, you know? All right. What is this? Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Yeah, you're allowing positive things to come to you. Good things, good people, whatever. It's not blocked. I don't know. This is very open energy. It's not blocked off. It's very beautiful. You're allowing for change in your life. And yeah, well, there it is. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Allow information to come to you, people, and get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. That's what someone is doing, because that's what they needed to do. They needed to stop overthinking. Like, get out of your head. Like, don't overthink this situation with this person, whatever it is. Just kind of go with the flow, and what's meant for you it will show up. And yes, you have to put effort towards projects, and you have to put the time, energy, and effort into relationships and situations in order for forward movement. You have to take the lead, be the leader in your own situation, in your own life. So you have to take action and not fear failure. Like I said, those are the building blocks, the stepping stones to success. So don't overthink the things that didn't work out. It's like, well, that didn't work out, I'll do something different, you know? And even if it's within a project, so it's like, okay, well, I executed this way, that's obviously not working out, so how are we going to tweak this? All right, we'll tweak it some more. That's still not working. All right, well, we'll change this. And then you'll know what works and what doesn't. That's really what I want to say with this. Don't overthink it, because things that are truly meant for you, it's those random ideas where you're just like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Or, oh, that would be a good idea. Because for some reason, I feel like there could be a project for some of you where you had a really great idea. Like, the initial phase of it, I get, like, the idea of it was amazing. But the way it was executed was not. And that's okay, because it can be changed around. It can be fixed. Especially if we're talking, like, creative shit. You know, because it's making me think of painting. I suck at painting. But I don't really suck. I mean, I'm a lot harder on myself than other people are on me when it comes to that. But I can't do portraits and crap. I'll put it that way. But anyways, with painting, it took me a long time, because when I was younger, if I screwed up, I'd just be like, well, the painting's crap. But you can paint over stuff. It's like you can fix it. So it's like, all right, well, oh shit, oh, that line's not straight. Well, we'll just paint the background back in and start over. You know what I mean? It's something like that within a project. Don't overthink it. What are you passionate about? Because people can tell, especially if this has to do with public speaking of any kind, or if you're creating some type of online content, no matter what it is. People can tell when you're passionate about something. They can tell when you're invested. They can tell when you care. They can also tell when you don't like it, when you're bored as fuck. They just know. Like, if you feel about something, other people are going to feel that way too, because it shows. It shows throughout your work. It's just like actors and actresses. Like, I don't really want to name names of certain ones because I'm not degrading anyone. We're all on our own journeys, no matter how shitty of a person we are or can be. But regardless, like, you got two actors or actresses, male, female, doesn't matter. You got two people who are basically auditioning, auditioning for the same role, Well, one of them has the chemistry and it just works, and it's like, because they are invested in the role. They really want this part. It's like, I can become this person. And this one's like, I want the fucking money. I want the clout. I want people to know my name, and you know what I mean? Like, that's why I want it, but they don't have that spark, and the chemistry is just all off because they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. So who the fuck do you think it's going to get chosen? The one who is invested, the one where it's like, where they almost don't even have to pretend, you know what I mean? Or the one who doesn't have to pretend, if we're talking about something completely different. It's like, the authentic person is going to be more successful than someone who's faking it, no matter what we're talking about. So what do you feel? It's not what you think, it's what you feel. And you also need to know your audience, especially if you're dealing with the internet and stuff like that, because not everyone, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Just know your audience. Like, it's not really know your audience, especially if you don't have one yet. It's, who do you want your audience to be? Like, what type of audience do you want? Because, I mean, with tarot and stuff, it's the spiritualists and light workers. They all flow in. That's the audience that I speak to most of the time, but I speak to a lot of other people too. But it's the things that I say and the readings that I read about, and like the information that comes out. Most of these readings aren't going to be for someone who's a lawyer, or for I don't know how to explain it, like, or scientists, you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted them to be my audience, I would definitely have to take a different approach. So it's like, who do you want to view your stuff? Who do you want to buy your products? Who are you gearing this towards? Whatever this project is, or whatever you're doing. Like, for example, my father's wife or girlfriend, whatever she is, her shop and stuff, the stuff that she creates is geared towards tourists. It's geared towards the people who visit Maine, because she does a lot of Maine-made stuff. Yeah, people in Maine like that stuff too, but the majority of the people that buy that stuff are people that don't live in Maine, because they want something that was made in Maine, that represents their vacationing spot. You know what I mean? That's where her audience is geared towards. Yeah, there's other people that enjoy the things that she has in her shop and whatever. So it's kind of like a broad audience. It's a mixed bag, which that could be going on for some of you with whatever this is. But there's a main focus, and then everything else, it just kind of falls into place. Do you know what I mean? It's something like that. No matter what you're doing. So let's see. Anything else we need to know? Yeah, someone's very rigid. They're having a hard time stepping outside that damn box because they're trying to be like everyone else, and they're not. You are not like everyone else. You will not be successful if you keep yourself in that fucking box, whoever you are. That's what I want to say. Because it's making me think of like, okay, I watched a podcast, or I watch podcasts or YouTube videos on a subject matter. Like, okay, we have spirituality, tarot, politics, weight loss. Like, there's categories. And whatever category you're watching, because that's what you're into, you're watching the specific category. Someone's trying to be just like who they watch, or what they've seen, what they've came across, because that's the structure of this. This is how you're supposed to do it. It's like every politician acts the fucking same. Well, maybe stand out a little bit. Why do you think Trump got elected when he did? He definitely stood out. He wasn't like everyone else. Yeah, and a lot of people fucking hated him, but if you got haters, you're doing something right. You know what I mean? Don't be like everyone else. I guess that's the main message here. Especially if you want to create things, because it's almost like, especially if you're working with other people, like if this is a collaboration or whatever, you want diversity. You don't want everyone to have the same fucking opinion, because that's boring. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we're all on the same page here. So like if we're talking politics, for example, in the U.S. you've got Republicans and Democrats. Which is kind of funny, because I got red over here and blue over here. But anyways, I didn't even notice that. I totally forgot that. Anyways, whatever. Doesn't matter. So, they obviously have differing views, because, you know, they represent different things. So, if you're going to have a political debate, you can still have a political debate with somebody who, like, two Republicans or two Democrats or whatever, because even though you guys follow or you believe in the same things, there could be some variations in there. But my point is, and I'm just making it so it's clearer, is like, these are opposing forces. You believe this, or this is the way it should be, blah, blah, whatever. This Republican person is going to say all their opinions, their thoughts, even if it's backed up by fact. This is what I got to say. And this person's going to counteract it and be like, well, you know, I kind of see what you're saying, but I don't agree because blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, and then it creates a heated debate. It doesn't have to be an angry debate. It just, it makes it more interesting, because it's not all like, yeah, I totally agree, yeah. Yep, we're all on the same page here, so it's just different voices saying the same fucking thing. That's boring. I hope that makes sense for someone, because I know peace keeps showing up. I've seen peace 3 times. Somebody was just trying to keep the peace because their opinion differs than somebody else's. They're afraid to speak up, whoever they are. Like, oh, I'm just going to keep the peace in this situation, whether it's on a project or just in life. It's like, I'm just going to keep doing this, this, and this, because if I tell people that I believe in this, that I'm interested in you, this, that, whatever, that I want to do this, that I want to follow my fucking destiny and have my rainbow rain down on my ass, people are going to fight me on it. Let them. It'll make life more interesting. Let them. Yeah, because there's a fated event here. I just heard, you're in my life for a reason. Someone believes that. They truly believe it. They might want to apologize for pushing you away or whatever, but they were just doing what they knew. And it's like, I want to say fuck the peace. You know, this is how I feel, and this is what I think, and if you don't like it, you don't belong. Someone's going to start taking a stand in their own life. Yes! Oh, it could have something to do with your gifts, or maybe that's the gift that you gifted someone and they didn't even see it, they didn't even realize it. Like, wow, this gift that you gave me isn't a bunch of nonsense. It isn't a bunch of crap. It has meaning. It has substance. Like, wow, it makes so much sense now. I don't know, something like that. That's awesome. That's so awesome. And a lot of you could have been waiting for this person to get their thumb out of their ass. I don't know, I feel like someone was waiting for the hard work to pay off. because it's like I'm doing everything right, I'm doing everything I should be doing, but they weren't doing what they should be doing because they weren't being themselves. Yeah, fuck the peace. There's death. Peace and death. I just saw someone waving the white flag like, oh, I surrender. I surrender. But there's something to do with a collaboration or work that is a fated event. I don't know, there could be a peace offering here as well. I just heard thank you, so whatever that is. There could be a peace offering here that somebody wants to give to you, send your way. I don't want to... Yeah, somebody might want to apologize for being a liar, liar, pants on fire. That's how I started this. So someone started off a situation or whatever, or relationship, no matter what. No matter what that relationship is to you. Could be within a home situation, family situation. They started off with a lie. They lied to you. I guess that's the main energy here is you don't give a shit that someone lied to you. Because you know that they did. It's like, yeah, I know you're a liar. What the fuck can I do about it? You're just going to keep running your mouth. Go ahead. Spread all the lies you want. It'll just backfire and fall back into your lap eventually. Because, is it Patterson or Peterson? He's like a psychologist or something. I don't remember his name, but the way that he was describing a lie and why it's always better to tell the truth is because, like, and it's true, this is what happens. This is how liars get caught because they can't keep track, for one. It's like, all right, you got your lie. And then it stems out to... there's like little branches off from that lie where it's like, okay, well, this is the lie. Now I've got to add in this or this. Like there's details that are added in, and then there's each one of those little stems. Like there's 3. There's gonna be 3 on each one. Before you know, it's a giant tree, and it's like all these extra details. And before you know it, the lie is so out of control and so huge and so massive that you're just like. And everyone fucking knows that you're full of shit, you know? That's why it's always best to just tell the fucking truth. Because even if someone doesn't like you, even if they get mad at you, even if they disagree, who cares? It's the fucking truth. I have no problem speaking the truth to people. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I don't give a shit. If you get butthurt, that's something within you and has nothing to do with me. If you can't face the reality of a situation, I think you need to go within. You know what I mean? But there's a right way and a wrong way in approaching certain situations and conversations. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be brutally honest to someone. But... you know what I mean? You can still tell the truth without being cruel. It's kind of, I don't know. Because now it's, I don't know, I'm not even going to go there right now. But that's what I have for you. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it makes sense. Drop those expectations. But there is something that you knew was headed your way that it's coming. It's coming. Someone or something is headed your way. They have something to say. It could be a mature man, no matter how old he is, who wants to talk to a mature woman. Someone wants to have a mature conversation with you. Like, all right, I don't want to blow up. I don't want you to blow up. We're both gonna be honest here. We're gonna be honest with ourselves and each other because something needs to be fucking said. Yes, and you're going, yeah, I'm waiting for you to come up the drive. It's like, yeah, we have cars and vehicles and horsepower and all that shit, like gas power is what I should say, gas power vehicles. So you could have zoomed your way over here, but you decided to take the horse and buggy. So instead of getting here in 2 hours, it took you 2 fucking weeks. But you knew this person was gonna say something. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.